Hi, my name is John Larry Clark. God calls me John. You all know me as Larry. More to follow about that. I'm starting a series of short teachings called The Apocalypse of Your Heart, because that's what's going on right now in so many of us. Apocalypse means revelation, or more importantly, the unveiling. And with this in mind, I have a joy and I have a concern that I want to share. Did you know you and I were created in God's image and likeness? God said, "Let us make a man and a woman in our image to be like us. Let them reign over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air." That's called dominion. He didn't give us dominion over each other. He gave us dominion over the earth and things to do with it. Important thing to remember. Did you know that He thought of us and gave us an identity before we were ever even born? What is that identity? Did you know it's in you? It's in your heart, and it's been there since you were born. Did you know God is love, and we are shaped by that love? That is who He is, nothing else. God is also the giver of gifts, but not how you think, but in ways that defy our culture, our wisdom, and certainly our knowledge. He is different. He is unfathomable, and His mind is vast. God hides things from us until we have intimacy with Him. And this unveiling is about having intimacy with Him to see what He sees, and so that we can activate and work and love and live out of that. To know Him is to love Him. And that word know in the Hebrew is translated intimacy. And so we must know Him intimately. We must take the time, like we do with our loved ones, to know Him. So the apocalypse of our hearts is about unveiling His likeness, His image in us, His desires, His passions, His purpose that is in our hearts and has always been there. It's been frustrating us most of the time, and we didn't even know it. Step by step, if you will join me, we will have the greatest unveiling of God since the Christ event pierced the cosmos and structures of the cosmos 2,000 years ago. In that, He broke down bias, racial and economic divides, man's opinions, and gave reality to how we can live with each other in love, freedom, joy, and in peace. All of this wrapped in grace. It's beautiful. Grace will be a huge part of what I share about as we put feet to what we have heard all our lives from pulpits and from our hearts. Your hearts are eager for this unveiling. So perhaps once a week I will post a short sharing for your heart. And then at some point I'm going to start a Zoom group for y'all to come into to share. And that group will be called Grace Growers Place. More to follow in this. I just want you to know you're loved, you're appreciated, you're prayed for. And I hope that you will join me on this journey as we venture into the apocalypse of our hearts.